Hello friends, I Dr. Devraj Mishra welcome you in Sanatan Vimarsh. In the 74th, 75, 76 Sarg of Uttarkand of Ramayana, there is an incident in which a Brahmin laments in front of Lord Shri Ram that Ram, my son, left me at the age of 5. I do not know whether I have committed any sin in my life. Surely you have committed some sinful act due to which my son died in your kingdom. Now you bring my son alive. On hearing this, King Ram called his ministers, including Maharshi Vasisht, Markandeya, Mudgal, Katyayan, Vamdev, Rishikash, Jabali, Gautam and Narad for consultations in the royal place. Maharishi Narad during this consultation tells that Shudra do not have the right to do penance. In Dwapar Yuga, it seems somewhere some Shudra is doing penance in your kingdom. And so incidents like the premature death of this Brahman's son are occurring.
अधर्म परमो राजन द्वापरे शूद्र जन्मन स वै विश्यापर्यन्ते तव राजन्य हृतातपः अत तप्यति दुर्बुद्धिस्तेन बालवधो हयम् ये यो अधर्म कार्य वा विषये पार्थिवस्य तु.
Shri Ram then finds a sage named Shambuk who was absorbed in penance hanging upside down on a tree. Shri Ram asks him, "Who are you and what are you doing?" Then the sage introduces himself that I am Shambuk and doing penance to attain Swarg, heaven, or Moksha, salvation. Then Shri Ram, without any further discussion, takes out his sword and beheads him. Friends, according to this discussion, you must have understood one thing, that Shri Ram killed Shambuk, Shudra, without any reason or without any conversation. However, the discussion of this episode of killing of Shambuk has given rise to some discrepancies as listed below. Point number 1. Maharshi Valmiki's own Shudra Varna. Maharshi Valmiki himself belonged to Shudra Varna and he became Brahmin after doing penance and learning. He can never write this incident. Point number 2. Non-availability of Shambuk episode in various Ramayana. Shambuk episode is written in Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas. But many Ramayanas like Adhyatma Ramayana, Kamb Ramayana, Agast Ramayana, Ranganath Ramayana, and also there is no mention of it in Bali, Indonesia and Burma versions of Ramayana. Point number 3. The period of creation of Uttarakhand. The mentions of idol worship, animal sacrifice, adultery, beef-eating, etc. in Uttarakhand shows that Uttarakhand was written after the rise of Buddhism in the society. Some distortions or evils such as custom of sati, child marriage, were observable after the advent of Islam. Therefore, it appears that the Uttarakhand was not composed by Maharshi Valmiki, but was composed by some cunning Buddhist, and some part of it was written even during the reign of the British. Point number 4. Language style of Uttarakhand. The vocabulary and the language style used in Uttarakhand, which has been used by Brahmin in Shambuk episode, are totally different from the rest of Ramayana. Maharshi Valmiki used to speak from the heart and used to speak clearly. However, human values had found no place in the whole Uttarakhand and humanity has been insulted. Point number 5. Casteist episodes in Uttarakhand. Shri Ram having food at Shabri's cottage, who was from Shudra Varna, and meeting with and hugging Nishadra. Shri Ram in conversation or in language style or in behavior never was the one shown in Uttarakhand. Last year's episodes in Uttarakhand are different from the episodes in rest of Ramayana. Point number 6. Lack of knowledge about Bali episode. In the Ashtadas 18th Sarg, that is chapter of Kishkinda Kand of Bali, talking to Bali on the deathbed, Shri Ram tells that he has punished Bali in accordance with the punishment rules laid down by Maharshi Manu.
यस्यापि कर्तव्यं धर्ममेवानुपश्यते शक्यं त्वयापि तत्कार्ये धर्ममेवानुपश्यता श्रूयते मनुना गीतौ श्लोकौ चरितवत्सलौ गृहीते धर्मकुशलैस्तया चरितं हरे 31 that Manuji has given 2 shlokas regarding this. These are accepted by all the religious people and I also accept them. राजभिग्र तदण्डास्तु कृत्वा पापानि मानवा निर्मला स्वर्ग यान्ति सन्तः सुकृतिनो यथा 32 Shlok says the person who does some sin and is punished by the king, he becomes free of those sins and becomes eligible to live in heaven like the other good people. Therefore, Ram has obeyed the sayings of Maharaj Manu regarding his decisions. मुख बाहु रूप जाना या लोके जात्यो वही मलेच्छ आचार्य वाचः सर्वे ते दस्यव स्मृता. The 45th verse of the 10th chapter of Manusmriti says that only people of 4 varnas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudras are Aryas. That is, are the best. People out of these 4 varnas are evil people or malechhas. According to Maharshi Manu, varnas are divided according to deeds or karmas and all are best. Nowhere it is written in Vedas, Upanishad, Mahabharata, Gita, Chanakya Niti or in Vidur Niti that Shudras are low class. One according to Manu is free to choose one's varna. Maharshi Parshuram adopted Kshatriya varna despite being born to Brahman parents, and Maharshi Valmiki, despite being born to Shudra family, became of Brahman varna through education and penance. There are innumerable examples of such change of varnas as you can see in my previous video on Manusmriti as in the given link in the description. If today any person says that he is doing social service, then he is a Shudra. He is not downgraded or low. Therefore, the incident of Shambuk slaughter by Shri Ram is adulterated. Point number 7. Ram has been told to be in Dwapar Yuga. Narad says that Shudras do not have the right to penance in Dwapar Yuga. However, Shri Ram was ruling in Treta Yuga. Therefore, the cunning author did not have the basic knowledge about Ram. It shows it is written by some cunning Buddhist to defame Shri Ram. Point number 8. Maharishi Vasishtha and others have been told as ministers of Ram. It is written that Rama called Maharishi Vasishtha, Markandeya, Mudgal, Katyayan, Vamdev, Rishikash, Jabali, Gautam and Narad etc. ministers in the royal palace for a consultation. However, Maharishi Vasishtha etc. were the family guru, and only Jabali has been described as the minister of Shri Ram in the original Valmiki Ramayana. Therefore, the author did not have the basic knowledge of Shri Ram's ministers.
Point number 9. Lack of knowledge of Vedic karma theory. According to the doctrine of the Vedas, the cause of death of Brahman's son must have definitely been the deeds of the Brahman's previous birth. According to Vedic karma theory, Shudra's misdeeds or sins can only kill the sons of other Shudras in the state and cannot be the reason for the death of a Brahman son. This again shows that Shambuk episode was written by some non-Hindu, which again points towards a cunning Buddhist as the creator of Uttarakhand. This was further written in Macaulay period of British era. Point number 10. Shri Ram was told possessing sword. Shri Ram used bow and arrow as his weapons. He never fought with anyone with sword. Writer Bodh must have written Uttarakhand in Mauryan era, and which was later modified in Macaulay era. Shri Ram was criticized by leftist writers for Shambuk's slaughter. Jagdish Chand Mathur's Shambuk Vadh, Narendra Nath Kohli's composition Shambuk Ki Hatya, Shambuk's murder, and Agni Leak, composed by Bharat Bhushan Agrawal. These creations try to prove Shri Ram as anti-tribal and anti-Dalit. However, these leftist writers failed to see the conspiracy of cunning Buddhists and of Britishers like Macaulay.